Hi everyone and welcome to another quick tip. This case is Cine 4D and After Effects. It's about the project flow that I've done. We will try to explain a bit quickly the technique, but it's the same for all the posters. We're actually going to be concentrating on one of them per se, not exactly the same output. So let's get started. Let's start with the Taurus, and this part in Cine 4D is mainly where we're going to add some hair. It's our main base, so I'm just going to use the Taurus, and with it selected, let's just go to Simulate and add hair. Be sure to remove the gravity, in this case we don't need it. And if we change the guys from root to polygon, this seems fine. Let's add a bit of count, maybe 750. That should work fine for now. Let's reduce the length a bit. Alright, we want to add actually plenty of hair, so let's go from 5k to 10k. And we can actually take the Taurus out because we don't need it. Alright, so before we continue, let's actually go on the editor and change so we can actually see the hair. And maybe just adjust a bit the details to maybe 40. Yeah, maybe this is good. Alright, back to the hair. Now we can clone this a bit more times, so 3 sounds good. And let's start changing a bit here the roots, see what it's. Maybe too much, let's go actually to 45. Right, and just change a bit offsets, just a bit of play around and see what feels good. Now we should go to get the tools and brush the hair. And here you kind of want to try finding a nice fluffy shape, liquidish, something that resembles a bit of paint and ink, so I'm just playing around. Alright, this seems good. Let's just change the hair material. Gonna probably have blue, yeah, something like this, and maybe some magenta. Yeah, it's good. Let's add a bit of a backlight color. I'll start with a light blue, but here it's just about experimenting. To be fair, I'm just quickly randomly choosing some colors. Let's probably get light yellow. Alright. Specular, all good here, not changing. Thickness, I want it to be the same, so let's put it as well 1 centimeter. Alright, let's add a light. I'm going for the infinite light with some soft shadows. And let's play a bit with it, and I may actually change a bit the shape, so let's go back to the brush. Play around with it. Yep, seems fine for me for this example. And let's just render it out with alpha channel. So let's go for a PNG, and this is very quick to render, so we can just do a lot of variations and tests. Now we add to After Effects, import it in, and here is kind of where the actual effect becomes what it is. So let's just start with the background, some solid in black, good background, alright. And now we're gonna create an adjustment layer. And the effect is called CC Glass. So let's just drag and drop it. And now we're just gonna change the settings, and we'll start with the surface. It's a bit of a play with the different renders that you'll have. In this case, I'm just kind of trying things out, but I've tried it before, so I kind of know that this placement should go minus, but as well it depends on what you're trying to achieve as well. Obviously I wanted this more like liquidish strands, if that makes any sense, but again, it's a lot of playing with the settings to get what you after, and this seems quite good to me, very similar to one of the posters. See just a bit, and now we just go to the light and maybe change a bit. I want to push a bit of the brightness to it, so maybe on the shading as well. Let's change the ambient. Yeah, starting to get there. And yeah, a bit of the specular. Just gonna change the diffuse a bit, and yeah, I think that's good. Let's just rename this layer, and we're just gonna add some extra stuff to it, a few details. So let me just duplicate this to later we don't need it, and we're just actually gonna put some find edges. Let's just drag it here. Right. Obviously we're gonna invert it, and it's too strong. So first I'm gonna apply screen, and then I'm gonna reduce the transparency. So let's, yeah, something like this feels good. And we're gonna add another adjustment layer. In this case, I'm actually just gonna duplicate. And now we want some blur. We want it to feel a bit more not so harsh. So let's delete that. Find some fast box blur. Don't forget to put repeat edge pixels, and then on the blur radius maybe 5. Yes, it's getting there. And that's pretty much, in a nutshell, the effect that I've used. Obviously here's another example, and like I said, you have to kind of tweak them depending on the render, but it starts with the hair. I go and add a bit of CC glass, find edges, a bit of blur. In this case I just adjust as well a bit the color, and I added another one, a CC blob lies, I believe that's how you say it. And here just be sure to have the cutaway as 0, and again slightly adjustments, a bit of experimentation, but that's pretty much the technique. So thanks guys, and have fun, and thanks for watching the tutorial.